Everybody, this is Joe over at S17, and today I'm going to do another tutorial using the S17 Rhinestone Maker. Today we're going to cover some of the editing tools, and when I say editing tools I mean like drop one stone, alignment, spacing, and select similar. So let's get started here. Let's start with drop stones. So the drop stone, when you drop it, depends on what you choose here, whether you have the rhinestone size or advanced. If I choose something like the pull down menu and I say S17, when I drop one stone, it says press escape when you're done. So you're just going to be dropping stones. That's all you're doing. And when you're done, you hit escape. So that's about it. What you're going to, hit escape. Now what's going to happen is if I change the size to SS10 and drop the stones, they just become smaller. So that's about it. That's all you do here. Now, let's say I chose the advanced option. This is going to now drop the stone at whatever size you put here. So if I put, I don't know, I'm just going to say, let's look at one that's bigger, like a 0.272. So let's do 0.275. Okay, now if I say drop stones, you'll see they're much bigger. So what's going to happen is that's what drop stones for. So maybe you need to do some editing, add a stone, something like that. That's what the drop stones for. So you can just keep on dropping stones as much as you want. So let's go ahead and I'm going to go back into choose SS10. I will just drop a bunch of stones. Okay. So now I want to show you what these tools do. Alignment and spacing. So it's pretty much the same thing as the shortcuts for aligning things. I don't know if you guys ever use the shortcut keys here, but if you wanted to align them vertically up and down, here I'm going to make 2 batches of this just so I can have some over here. If I wanted to align them vertically, I can just say V, and it puts them in a straight line. So that's a good way of trying to straighten things up. If you had a stone that was kind of off to the side or something like that and you're trying to fix it, you can just press V and it'll align them straight up. So now that you still have these gaps here, what can we do? We can either add stones, there's an overlapping one here, but that's what spacing is for. We can highlight all these and say space it, and it'll put them all evenly. So let me undo that real fast. So let's look at the first one and the last one, or top and bottom, however you want to look at it. When you do that and you say spacing, it just spaces them all evenly between there. So let's say you wanted to, I could either drop more stones there, or I'll just copy some of these. Let's take a couple of these. I'll put them in here. You know, I could duplicate that one and put it here. Well, they're not straight, so first thing we want to do is alignment. Next thing we want to do is spacing. So that's kind of what that's, and it's the same concept with horizontal. So horizontal would be like laying down. So let's rotate this one, zoom in. Oops. So same thing. You can highlight these, say, hey, you want to align them horizontally, and then space them so that aligns them straight. And the next one, spacing. So it does the same thing. You can put more stones in here, highlight them all, align them, and space them. So it's just a good thing for editing. You could be doing letters, or you could have a box that didn't come out right, and you can use it to add stones and remove stones. So what does the select same do? I'll show you what it does. Let's say I'm just going to make a little cheesy face real fast. Some eyeballs. And I'm out. Okay. Let's say that was my design. And let's say I'm going to put some colors on it. I'm going to make the blue one be on the outside be SS16s. So let's just apply stones. And then let's say the 2 eyes, we can do them separately or together. Let's make those red. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do SS10. Do the same thing on that one. And for the mouth, let's do green. And we'll make those SS6s. Okay, So of course we could still go in here and add stones, remove stones, all the normal stuff we could do before. But let's take that and clear the path. Well, what the select similar does is it tries to look around of what you highlighted and find stones that are the similar size and color. So I use that when I'm doing some of my mock-up stuff. I have another macro that I use for mock-ups, and I will say, hey, select all these ones and make it look like realistic stones. But on this one, let's say I'm like, I can't highlight the greens without touching the blues, and I don't know how to go in there and select them right. What you can do, let's say I had a lot of stones all over, you can just select the similar stones. So for example, I'm going to hit the select similar. It's going to say choose the object to match. I'm going to choose this one here, and it says, hey, I found 29 shapes. And now I could actually move these out of the way. I could give them another color. I could combine them or group them. So now they're together. So now they're easier to select every time. Same thing. I can say select similar. It says, okay, choose it. I chose this one. It counts how many. Found 28 shapes. So I know there's 28 of those stones. And same thing. Like I said, I can move them out of the way. I could combine them. And then same thing. So I can either try to highlight these and deselect these, or just use select similar. Click it. It says, hey, there's 49. So the reason I pop up the count is just so you know how many stones you need for that design. So same thing. I can change it to another color. I could do what I want. Do whatever you want to combine those. So now, when you're ready, you can send these to the cutter, send that to the cutter, and send that to the cutter. If you're going to make a template of that. Like, you know how some people like to make a background. Oops. To make a square. Put it in the background. And then when I want to, cut out the template, I could take that one, duplicate that, move it off to the side, take the red and the black, duplicate that one. And there's that part, the mouth, duplicate that one. And there you go. And then I would send these three to the cutter. So anyways, that's what select similar does. So drop stones, you can add stones. Say I want to add I don't know, some big stone here. Let's make a nice pink one. Whoops. Let's do a pink. And then I can just drop a stone. Hit escape. And anyways, that's what drop stones. So drop stones adds extra stones. Alignment is for putting everything straight. Spacing is for evenly spacing, and select similar is for counting how many stones you need and also selecting them all together. Okay, I hope that helps.